Okay, so this will be a tutorial on uh, polygonal modeling. You could say the very base foundations of polygonal modeling. I'll try to keep it short, hopefully 10, maybe 15 minutes, maybe 20. Anyway, so here's Maya. I have 2024 and everything is default. What I'll do is I'll go ahead and create a couple of things in polygons. So go to create, and before that make sure you're in modeling. We'll go to create, polygon primitives, and let's make a cube. Here's our cube, and then from there I want to let's see here, what should we do? I want to show you something really important right off the bat. Right here, this polycube 1, and in here, as I mentioned in class, this is where at its base layer you could add stuff to it, meaning adding more geometry lines or construction lines. So I'm going to add a couple of more construction lines. So in the subdivision, not in here, this here just makes it bigger. Over here is where you want to go to add more construction lines, like in still life drawings. So 2 and 2. Well, maybe not 2 on this one. Maybe 2 here. Yeah, that's good. And I'll tell you the reason why. You don't forget it. Let me also put 2 over here. And I also want to have wireframe unshaded, because looking at it like this is kind of annoying because it's all gray. I need to see things better. So as I mentioned in class, press and hold Alt 5 to turn on wireframe unshaded. Remember how we went over that in class? So next, you also notice how this is annoying, but my object is kind of in the middle of the 3D ground plane. Okay, so if I press spacebar, you'll notice I'm going to zoom in my side. It's in the middle of the ground plane. My front is in the middle of the ground plane. Top is whatever. And I need it to be up, because I think I mentioned in both classes, but if not, just in case, this ground plane here, Alt 5, Alt 5, Alt 5, this ground plane here will always be your ground, no matter what project. Will always be your de facto ground. Because if you don't distinguish that, you'll do bad habits like me, where you just make anywhere your surface ground plane, and things will go to hell real quickly. So with all that being said, I want to raise this up, right? And don't mind me, I was pressing spacebar. And to just to eyeball it, or to go in here and just type in point 0.5, it's annoying, so I need to show you something that you will use consistently. It's very similar to anchor points in Adobe After Effects and similar software. And what I'm going to do is, you see how my this controller is here, right? But I want it down here, where it instinctively where you kind of want to put it, at the ground floor. How do I do that? So I think you should write down notes for this. You will use this a whole lot. So basically, just press D as in David once. Okay, this will turn on. Again, that's D as in David. Make sure you're either in the front, okay, or in the the side or in the front panel. That is critical. Okay, do not do this in perspective. I repeat, do not do this in perspective. At least just not yet until you get comfortable with Maya. So the whole point is we're gonna drop this guy down here, and we're gonna precisely drop it down there. And like I said, I have it selected. Make sure you have it on the move tool. Again, make sure you have it on move tool, which is, like I said in class, W key. And then from here, you're gonna press D as in David once. Okay, you see how it changes, right? And then from there, I want you to press and hold V as in Victor, and watch how it's gonna change. See how it turns into a circle, right? This means you have snapping turned on, where it's gonna snap to one of these landmark points on your object, like here and whatnot. If you look here, this is you'll be learning to use this a whole lot. If I press V again, see how it's highlighted? That means you have this thing called snap to point activated temporarily. If I let go of it, it turns off. Anyway, I'm going to turn it back on. And this is another important part. Carefully grab this handle like how I showed you in class. Grab it and plop it down here. See how it's going to snap down there. Let go, and also let go of the V key as in Victor. Alright. Finally, press W to get out of that mode, meaning that to move your pivot point mode. Okay, so now it's over here, down here, kind of like in After Effects, moving your anchor point. And here, if I type in 0, what the hell? That should have worked. Huh. Guess it didn't work. Fine. That's fine. I thought it would be offset it, but it's still good to know this because I use this all the time. Anyway, so that's how we do that. See how it's nice and flat on the 3D level ground, the 0 ground point. I'll do that again. Control Z to undo. Alright, here we are. Let's do this again. Select your object, make sure you're either in the side or in the front. Okay, again, the way you do it is the space bar. And again, we're gonna press D as in David once. Okay, making sure, but first make sure you're in the move tool, right? You have to have these arrows. If you do not, make sure, right? W. Then press D as in David once, right? Just tap it once. You'll turn on this, they call it modify pivot point. And so you're going to be able to move the pivot point. So it's turned on, or you are actively be able to move your pivot point. And then again, that was D as in David. Press it once, it's activated. It looks slightly different. Now I want you to press and hold V as in Victor. Press and hold V as in Victor. See how it kind of changes a bit? You saw that? I'm going to do it again. Pressing and holding V as in Victor. Then from here, I'm going to, there we go. There, we moved it down there. But just to warn you, your move pivot point is still active. You see that because it's a yellow dot. I want you to get out of that move pivot point that we are in. Press W. See that yellow dot is gone. And then I can just start pulling it up. Oh yeah. Why is my keyboard dead? No, my mouse is dead. What the hell? What the Okay, hold on. Let me grab let me plug in my wire. Alright, now it works. Okay, so now we're set. And in here, in your translate y, 0.5. And if you guys forgot, the reason why it's 0.5 is it's moving by increments of these units. And that was, we moved it up half a unit. So now here we are. Okay? And that's how you do that. So that was 10 minutes. I'm gonna, again, remember, be mindful of your compass. I'm gonna check this on the side. Let's do one more. I'll do it more quickly. I'm gonna go to Create, Polygon Primitives. Let's make a cylinder. I made a cylinder. Okay. And luckily, we have a point down here that we could snap it down to. Hence, the reason why I made these extra resolution or construction lines on the cube. Remember I did that over here? Subdivision. Well, for this one, I don't need to add more subdivision or construction lines because I'm going to snap it to down here. And this again is your cylinder, which is Create, Polygon Primitives, Cylinder. Remember, we're working in polygons. Don't go here. Do not go here. It's here. Alright, spacebar. Now, again, this object is placed right in the middle of the 3D ground plane. You know, I wish they placed it up here like this. Like, it should be, you know, it should be, but they have it down here. So it's already lending to bad habits, in my opinion. Anyway, so what do we do from here? Press W for the move tool. I'm gonna press, just tap D as in David once. See how it changes, right? You see the yellow dot? Now I have the ability to move my pivot point. But now I wanna snap it to exactly down here. So I had pressed D as in David just once. It's activated. Now I'm gonna press and hold the V key as in Victor. See how I changed a bit? You saw that? I'm gonna do it again. See that? Now I'm gonna yank this arrow, this up arrow, and I'm gonna pull it down. Don't worry about that. Right there. And I let go. Now I'm gonna just press W again to get out of that move pivot mode. Okay? From here, I'm gonna just yank it up. See that? If you look here, if I type in 1, see? Let me do it again. So down here, and you can look up here if you want as well. Move, move, move. The numbers are changing, and it's pretty much set to 1 unit. That's because this object is bigger, and it moved up 1 entire unit. Okay, so that's how you do that. So this initial quick tutorial is on how to move and manipulate and move and snap your anchor point for your object, which is pretty critical. You will use this a whole lot. And now when you even rotate it, which is E as in Edward, see? Rather than from the middle. And even this guy and this guy. Okay? So please be mindful of it. Again, that's D as in David to activate the move pivot point. And you just tap it. And then V, you press and hold V to move and snap your pivot point relocation. And lastly, to do it either in the side or front view, okay? So that was 14 minutes. So that's the end of this quick tutorial. Trust me, you're gonna use this a whole lot. And I'm gonna upload this on D2L. I'm gonna make another tutorial after that, specifically for another thing. Okay, bye bye.